Napoli. Now, last year we slaughtered this one. I think this does not deserve to be in low playable or needs fixing at all.
It deserves to be meta.
What? No, not
It
that high.
deserves to be
Not
no,
that.
no. This thing, I'm talking from the EU perspective now, not a DD meta here. No DD meta.
Yeah.
This thing can go toe to toe with anything. If you just have the mindset that, okay, I'm probably not going to return from this, but I'm going to inflict as much damage as possible. The reason I think this is meta is because it can hide from CVs with the smoke. You have enough smokes to sacrifice one if you see, okay, he's coming straight from me. It's fast, it's tanky, and the combined firepower of all those guns plus the secondaries and your torps. I mean, again, if you meet a Smolensk out on the flank, you activate those secondaries, it's insane. I don't know if you have a tricked Napoli, but I would assume the Napoli here is the best it can be, you know, best camo, best commander.
I'd still say low competitive.
High competitive.
High competitive, okay.
Mid competitive.
PB, it looks like PB, you're going to be the one to...
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yep.
Wait, where are you trying to put a slide?
I was gonna say like kind of around like Moskva territory, like maybe less, you know, around Laxow, better than Glav, because the Napoli is fun. Its main guns are consistent. Secondaries can do well. They have their moments. Those torpedoes are hilarious angles. Like you can fire those almost basically straight up front. And I think we did it dirty last year. So, but Napoli is really good. But I do say that there are some, like, it is kind of a little bit niche in the idea of, like, sometimes you're going to get a heavy battleship game. It's not going to do as well. But if you get that kind of good balanced game, Napoli's pretty strong. Like,
I'll make the case here that you got to have a different mindset when you're playing Napoli. Because you're right, if you go into a game where there's no DDs, I had a lot of games when I was making, you know, when it came out in the shipyard, I had to play it all a ton. And I just found out that because you're fast and you got this smoke and you're somewhat tanky, you could get up to battleships and still, like, if you close the distance, you can melt BBs extremely fast. And that's why I think it actually just deserves to be meta, because it can handle any target it comes up against, except CVs. But, like, again, that can make a case for any ship.
I'll say it has better armor than Castillo, even though it's technically the same ship, basically.
It's the correct version of Castilla. But I mean, we could at least, yeah, next to Moskva, I can definitely. It's better than it was last year.
What are you gonna break us on? Going high? Are you going up by Genon, or are you going more where I am at?
I'm trying to put it in front of. Oh no, next to it. Okay. I'm kind of fine with. I mean, I haven't touched it in a very long time. You got to remember the last time I touched it, it was when it was at its prime.
Oh.
And I missed those days.
Oh my god.
I missed it. It was
Why did we report that? Why did we report that?
Yeah, Terry.
God damn it.
Bro. Hitting with all those secondaries, hitting as hard as your manual. Oh, that was chef's kiss.
No, that would be meta. I would completely agree with meta on that one. Yeah.
That was too much fun. But I mean, I gotta bring it back. I gotta test it out again.
I think you would like it. If you put Inigo Campione and get those extra fuel smoke, and well, you only get an extra fuel smoke. It's crazy. Just keep smoking up. They can't find you.
I'll trust Bob on this one.
So Bob, where are you on?
Yeah, that's as long as it's not unplayable. I think I'm happy.
Well, you said higher.
Yeah.
I think if you put it below Nevsky, I think maybe below Regolo actually. I think Regolo would be better at doing what Napoli tries to do overall. So I think, yeah, that's a fair placement.
More than Marceau?
No, not more than Marceau. Yeah, exactly. But it's better than Black Montana and Black Yamato, battle impact wise. Huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ohio. Now, as a Michigander, I hate this ship. But as the great song says, there's nothing wrong with Ohio except the snow, milk, and the rain. Okay, Ohio.
Very strong battleship.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a meta ship, honestly.
I was just gonna say it's basically it.
Nah.
like,
No,
not to be,
absolutely not.
Okay,
It's
you guys go. I
definitely
don't
not
play.
playable.
I don't play Ohio. I don't. Not the biggest.
Let's
fan
hear
of
a pick, Bay. What do you
Yeah,
think?
what
Where
do
do
you
you
guys
think it
put
falls?
Honestly, I scroll up a little more. Let me look at the meta ships again. I don't think it's completely meta, but I think it's pretty high up there.
like that.
I would probably put it
I'd say
in
less than
front
Trick Montana.
of Austin.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's honestly probably where I would put it.
Is that only because of the, dual double-barreled shenanigans, dispersion sometimes not working with you?
Yeah, I mean, having less. I mean, granted, it has 4 turrets, but you only got 2 guns per turret, so you do have a little bit of wonky dispersion, but it does massive damage.
It's
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair too.
I don't know, man. It's fair the placement, but this is my go-to battleship for any circumstances. It's tanky, AA hits hard. It's there. I mean, I have a 55 plane down game where I was playing versus a Malta, 55 planes, and still survived.
All right. Well, let me ask you: so if you had 2 ships right here, you have Ohio or Incomparable? Which one are you playing?
Ohio, any day.
Ohio?
Ooh.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Ohio is going to
Sacrifice.
survive most of what it comes up against. It just survives. Yeah, maybe Incomparable would be good, against the DD. If it's harder to get snuck up on. You can hide, you can run away, but just the sheer survivability is what I love about Ohio.
Okay.
I think it's
Fair
the best battleship in the game, actually, legitimately.
Okay.
I think that goes to.
I know you guys
probably,
don't agree.
Income. Yeah.
St. Vincent. I think St.
Yeah.
Vincent
I know
gets
St.
that
Vincent
one.
is massive right now, but it's my favorite, definitely.
Another glow up. Petro.
Mhm.
The last year was in need fixing. I think now base Petro, none of the Infinity Stones on it, just basic bland. Like that. I think that it sits just below Hendon. It's just
I agree.
good. It's not crazy.
Okay. I'll agree with that.
Same.
I still think it
No
needs
faults.
a dispersion buff, or it needs more consumable usage at least. Like I hate that you almost borderline need that fire supremacy in order to really make use of those. Trick Petro, you have all the Infinity Stones. You have collected them all, ripped it out of the robot too, and you now have. I now use Kuznetsov on it.
Interesting. Yeah, but you don't have Makarov on. You have it on Kremlin, right?
Yep.
That's great too.
Where are you guys putting it? How far do you guys want to go? Because it's pretty freaking tanky now.
Right where you have it right now, that's where I would place it.
Right there. PB.
Trick Goliath is better, but yeah.
It's definitely
I'd agree with
tankier in a
that
different
placement.
way. Yeah. But Trick Petro.
So hard to
God.
hit now. It's so hard to get good hits on a Petro. And you could bow in, you can do you have 360 turrets.
I think once you zero your range in on Petro, though, it is actually easier to kill. It's you have to zero it in order to get it right in there because it's such low in the water. But yeah, no, Petro.
Basically, it's like a plank.
Yeah,
It's a plank of wood.
it is.
I mean, that's what it looks like in the water. There's like zero, what's a freeboard?
Yep. Yeah, no, Petro, it's tanky. It's all get out, but you can zero it in and you actually can do a little bit more damage to it because of the armor profile. It's. But Kuznetsov on it.
Petro on the screen so I can look at it.
You see what I mean, right? It's just a plank in the water.
You can tell
That is
it's a paper
great.
ship because in reality, in real life, it would be covered. It would be covered to the brim of everything. You look at like
dude.
Iowa. Every space is taken up just a little bit. Just there's very little space out there. Montana completely clean. It's paper.
Yeah, and also like nobody. I don't want to be the deckhand on a ship like Petro, man. There's just constant cleaning of that deck. It's so much salt water.
Halfway underwater half the time, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep. And it being a Russian ship, it'd probably also be on fire.
Okay, sorry.
Just gotta
Sorry, that one got me.
sprinkle. Just gotta sprinkle. Just lovely that little bit of politics in it.
I mean, the internet exists. They can't hide it. So Oh man.
Preussen. I'm gonna say it correctly. Else Cyanogen's gonna kill me again.
One of my
You didn't say it
favorites.
correctly, but I'm sorry.
Hey, it's better than
it's
Preussen.
not it's not
better
a
than
sh
poison.
sound. Poison.
Preussen.
Okay, I'm not
Yeah,
doing that with my
Preussen.
Midwest accent. I'm not doing that.
Man, I think this is a very hard ship to place because I love the idea of the ship,
Really?
but I find it so hard to play. I would much rather play GK than play this.
No.
Really? You feel it differently?
I feel like it's better than GK.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I want to say it's because of accuracy, but like I don't know. I just feel like to me it just feels better. I don't know. I can't put my thumb on it. It
I
might
don't
be
wanna-
'cause it
you know
has
what?
more guns. So
I don't want to argue against you because I love Preussen, but it sucks for me.
I love it.
I think when you're saying accuracy, I mean the volume of shells is really
Yeah.
nice, really nice.
It's a German
Yeah, like,
GK. Or it's a German Montana, sorry. German Montana.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
I hate 6-gun battleships except for Incomparable.
Hey,
Every other
Sun
one I
Yat
hate.
Sun.
enjoy.
Sun Yat Sun.
Oh yeah, sleeper.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Incomparable though.
Okay, well that's hard to compare against. Like it's incomparable.
Exactly.
It's incomparable. Yeah.
But I think it's pretty solid. It's a solid boat. I think it's better in GK.
But still
I mean,
unplayable.
it's got better
Or-
secondary overloaded too. It's got torpedoes. I see your point.
I kind
Yeah,
of
I mean,
get it
higher
on my
than
main
GK.
account. I kind of want to get on my main account because I feel the press account. I have never gotten, I think, over like 70k in this boat because I keep on getting focused, like hardcore
Yeah.
focus, like triple small lens focus. I'm like you guys rank it because I can't, because I'd rank this and need fixed. So I'm like I can't.
If I'm gonna base this off of my reaction before I started doing YouTube and before the target on one's back was getting bigger and bigger. I actually agree with you, Pigmay. I enjoyed this way more than the GK. Preussen for me, pre-YouTube, monster ship. It was the best. It was my highest average damage ship too. So yeah, I guess I have to agree, because right now I'm kind of seeing it from the perspective of I don't want to be triple Smolensk farm, for example.
Exactly. I mean, we can't compare it to like getting targeted.
No,
No, we
it's
can't. No,
different thing. We look different perspective for us.
but I'd say it's still
But
solid.
yeah, you're right.
Like
Honestly,
I think it's
I
high
would've-
playable or low competitive.
I
agree.
I would say high or low competitive. Maybe
Of-
even in front of Kremlin.
I could agree
like
with that
that.
because sometimes depend on Makarov or Kuznetsov. Like sometimes you just get that wonky. Also, you get the horrible dispersion of the Kremlin. It's sometimes you get the max one, and you're just like, that's 3 zip codes. That is. I just hit half a nation. Like,
I'm sorry.
It's like, Sly, you need to look at that YouTube short I made about the Kremlin, because that was all in, like, I think it was like 2 games, possibly, or 3. But I enjoyed it so much, and that making that short made me love Kremlin.
I remember
had a-
watching that short, and I started playing my Kremlin instantly.
Bro, it feels so nice.
Yeah, it's a good ship.
Puerto Rico.
Oh, I saw this
Ooh.
one had a high placement in the last one. Competitive.
Mm-hmm. I think it's.
I think it's
competitive.
more.
I think it's holding its competitive. Like it's not. If you really learn
Yeah.
those arcs, this thing just slaps everything. It has got
You learn
good DPM. Yeah, you have to learn it. It's not an easy like just pick it up. You're gonna have a game or
No.
two to kind of learn those arcs. But the pen is actually really good. It does everything. It's a very, in my opinion, kind of like a mid-competitive between all these. Like it just does everything well.
I mean, it's hard to play it at the competitive level, but you're right. It does a lot of things well. And if you're not going to be the star of the show, you're going to be a great support cruiser for your battleships.
Yeah.
I mean, just sitting there hurling these 305s every 12 seconds or something.
Yeah,
Decent.
It's got too much DPM not to say, hey, this is competitive. I don't know, PB, do you have any?
I don't play it as much. I have bad luck with it.
I can see that.
not-
If
it's
you
not
don't
my-
play it
my go-to.
often, it's not like I have to play a game and I'll get like 40, 50k, and then I'll play another game and it's 80, 90. Like it's just like you gotta
Same.
get back into that groove of it because
Sly, you want to get a secret trick?
Hmm.
So what I do with my Puerto Rico, since CV focus and stuff, in the middle slot, go for small caliber AA. The thing can actually shoot down quite a few planes, and they don't expect it, so they just keep sending and sending and sending. That's how I play my Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I gotta look at that. That's pretty nice.
Hold on.
It's like we got one AA ship to another AA ship. Oh man.
Oh, Ragnar.
That's the best A in the game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I love that thing.
I hate the guns.
For me, it's a meta. Really?
Like,
Wait, where'd you put it?
I want to say meta, but
Wait,
no.
run that by me. I wasn't looking at the screen. Where is it at?
No, I haven't placed it yet. I just
Okay.
said
Haven't
I'm not
placed
the
it
biggest fan of the guns in terms of it's only a gunboat. Like, you have a set DPM, and while they are nice, and you have the capabilities, I'd just say it's a better Tricked Holland. But you don't even have the torpedoes to back that up. And also, it is realistic AP only. The HE, like, I freaking hate the HE freaking mission on the battle honors. Like, I still have like 20 something fires to do. I'm like, I don't have the wherewithal.
it's got 7% fire chance, isn't it? Like, I don't have the ship, so
do we
I
need
don't
to talk
play
about my
that often.
Gdansk again? That I'm not
No, true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
get the luck.
Wait, what is the fire?
I still think that it's definitely high competitive and like that stuff like that, but I don't think it's meta. I don't think it's.
I think if you think about what ship are people bringing in their FDR division to be have the biggest advantage, it's always Ragnar. This is the most meta DD I've seen, at least on EU. Like, people play this in CV divisions and they absolutely dominate. You don't need a Worcester, you just need one of these.
Yeah, it has the best. I built mine full AA, and I still get pretty decent games.
Okay, so where do you guys put it? Because I'm not the biggest fan of Ragnar. I like it, but I don't. Love hate.
I kind of think meta, to be honest.
Same.
Okay, like low meta.
I see it a lot, and it's a high meta for me.
High meta, like daring level, like better in comp.
Below in comp, no, below Kleber, above the others, I think.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It can't shut down DDs so fast like a Kleber can, but it can like control the whole map.
Yeah, it's very resourceful. I'll agree with that. Like, all right.
And you get that radar 3.
Oh, baby.
And you can put Swarovski on there. Even if you do Gdansk, you can put Swarovski on there. Boom, you've got it now.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Republique.
I would say
I don't play this enough.
I would say
it's low competitive. Yeah, it's low competitive.
Yeah.
I'd probably say almost around the Colombo area. And like that, like just a little bit better than Colombo, because just if you get into regular games, it's not going to do as well.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's outclassed by the Black Republic, but it's still good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rhode Island.
I've only got 5 games in it, but I won all of them.
Okay, so
it's consistent, I guess. I see. I'm looking at my stats in it. 40% MVP rate, only 65,000 average damage, 1.2 enemies killed. Kind of like okay, I guess.
I looked at the stats
let me look
and
at it.
I basically went, yeah, this is probably decently playable. It's not anything special. And I compare it to Illinois.
You discuss this.
Okay. I know, right? It's 2.5 hours, and I got like 30 minutes left to go before we have to go on this one. No, the Rhode Island is just okay. Like, it's not really anything. It's like Illinois in the idea that it's kind of bland and boring, but it works. It does some decent damage.
I think it's solid. I think it'd be a solid.
Like right below Montana, like where it's like, hey, it's a unique style, but it's not bad. It's not.
I don't think it's bad at all.
Okay, so
alrighty,
we kind of talked about Rhode Island just a little bit. Bob had to go to the bathroom, but when you're doing a podcast for 3 hours, it looks like we're gonna have that. But yeah, Rhode Island, it's solid. We put it in high playable.
I'd say playable.
Yep, it's
not terrible. It's not like amazing. It's just a solid boat.
Oh yeah,
has pretty nice AA, DFA.
Oh, it gets a DFA.
Yeah, DFA 1.
I think with Oldendorf, it's going to be a nice, fun ship. So, if it comes out in a good way, too, hey, awesome. But it's probably going to come out in a crate or something. So, I'll wait till it comes to ship.
Very, very fast reload, I will say.
What's the reload?
For 356s, 15.68.
Oh, that's very fast.
But that's running the reload on it.
Okay. But I mean, if you don't run reload, if you go Adrenaline Rush with Halsey, it's gonna be pretty
That's who I
fast.
put on there right now.
But it is still a Florida hull at tier 10. It's a little bit squish.
Is it
but-
the same hull as a Florida?
From what I believe, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah,
see.
it's a little bit squish. But it's sneaky. Like I think it's at max it's going to be mid competitive with someone who's putting Halsey and really maxing it out. So it's not as boring
Pretty
as
fast.
Illinois, but still pretty boring.
32
So-
knots. Wait,
Yeah,
Illinois is the Des Moines battleship. Oh,
Yeah.
it's way better in Illinois.
Yeah, but
Illinois is a failed ship.
I had such high hopes for that thing.
yeah,
Same.
I think we all had higher hopes for it. Like that was the bigger problem is we had too high of hopes for it when in reality it was just going to be kind of mediocre.
Well, it doesn't make sense in Blitz. It makes sense on PC, but not on
Mhm.
Blitz.